I
are coming.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can drop them off to you maybe on Thursday before work. Is Adam writing a message that we're still waiting for everybody on YouTube?
Why do you have a YouTube account?
Okay.
Where is the link for YouTube?
So it's usually on our website, northgreshamptc.com.
Where's the? Oh, it's on the website. Okay, I was looking on the PTC, or no, the school's Facebook page.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, awesome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to first start out with Mrs. Sewell. She's going to go over with expectations, and then we have a little bit of a treat for everybody today. We're going to see if we can get some of the members on this meeting. We're going to try it for the first time today. So, Mrs. Sewell, I'll let it go to you.
Okay, good evening, and welcome. So tonight, please make sure that you keep your microphones muted until necessary, and then put your questions in the chat box. Adam, is it you that's going to be reading out if there are questions? Okay, so go ahead and put your questions in the chat box, and we will answer those questions as we go through.
Thank you. So parents, if you're at home on your computer or your phone, here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to open up another web browser page. You're going to go to our web page of northgreshamptc.com. When you go there, of course, we do have that pop-up that always reminds you of our events that are coming up. Go ahead and X on that. But on the upper right-hand corner next to home is calendar. Click on calendar and you will see the November meeting pop up. On today's date of November 17th, you'll see a 6:30 p.m. PTC November meeting. Click on that. And then I have a button that says more details. When I click on more details, a Google Calendar will come up and a pop-up will say join with Google Meets. Go ahead and click on that and see if you can come into our meeting. We found this out last month with a parent trying this, and we didn't know that this was a possibility. So we are learning just along with you guys. So again, click on another window, create another tab or another window of your internet. Type in northgreshamptc.com. In the upper right-hand corner, click on calendar. On today's date, click on the November PTC meeting. And then click on more details. And then it should pop up to join our meeting. Adam, do we have any parents that are trying to log on or have any questions? Okay. Well, what we'll do is
I was just going to say, I'll also monitor the chat as well.
Okay. Well, if parents have any questions or need help with that, we can certainly get them in because I would love it to be able to open this up to more people. But let's go ahead. And while parents are trying to get into the meeting, Shonda, can you take us with the principal's report?
Sure. So one of the things I wanted to share out tonight is how great our attendance is right now at North. And it has even increased for this last month. As you know, we have done a few challenges to try to increase attendance at school. This last challenge, the kids had good enough attendance, and I took an ice water bath right there in front of North Gresham, which was very, very cold and literally took my breath away. Tomorrow is the video that will be revealed for our virtual assembly. And that challenge, the kids chose to have Mrs. Reed duct taped to the wall. So you all have an opportunity to see that. And then next challenge will be, I wasn't in the office early this morning, and that is my fault because they volunteered me to kiss a chicken if the kids have good attendance. Or the one I like better is that we will turn Miss Thomas into an ice cream sundae. So that's very much my vote. Today we had material distribution. That also went well. We had a steady group come through all day long. We still have a few bags from each classroom. So we will be posting on Facebook when we can either have another opportunity for people to pick up, or in special circumstances, we'd be happy to deliver. And then the final thing is conferences are coming up. So it'll be an opportunity for parents to engage with teachers, of course, online. And so all of those, for the most part, have been scheduled. If for some reason you do not have a conference scheduled, check your email or call the office and we would be happy to schedule a conference with you. And other than that, things seem to be relatively smooth. Kids know how to log in and are doing a really great job right now. So thank you. Thank you for parents for all your support in helping kids online while you try to work and do your own thing. So thank you so much for your support. It wouldn't be possible without you. And that's all I have.
Sorry, I got to unmute myself. I love the ideas of turning Mrs. Tom Tom into a Sunday or see Mrs. Reed get duct taped.
Yes. So watch for the virtual assembly tomorrow.
Are those posted on Facebook or?
Yep, they're posted on Facebook.
Okay.
And teachers did a nice job last time. They posted it on their playlist as well, so the kids had access there.
Okay. We still don't have any members joined us on the Google Meets.
Do we have people online, Adam?
I'm one of them.
Okay.
Breyer? Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Breyer, if you would like, what you can do is go to northgresham.ptc.com, click on the calendars, click on today's link, and then you click on more details, and then meet with Google Meets, and you can come into this meeting with us. We're trying something new. We haven't tried it. We're learning just like everybody else.
Are you recording the meet?
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, okay, that's Angela. Okay. I know somebody else asked a question.
And I pushed the wrong.
I'm sorry, Angela.
Are you recording the Google Meet?
Am I recording the Google Meets?
Yeah.
No.
I know you're recording YouTube, so if they don't make it into the meeting, they can still watch it. But I don't know if we need to record the Meet too, or if YouTube is also recording, and that's fine. Okay. Okay.
And in my fashion, I'm sitting here looking and I don't have anything that says start recording or record. So I don't know how to record this. So yeah. Well, we're going to continue going on. Next topic is our treasurer's report with Katie.
All right. Hopefully I can get through this because this is making it very, very difficult. Say hello to my cat, Maya. Okay. Nothing really crazy happened. Obviously, nothing's really going on right now. There were no new deposits to report, but there are some that will be on the next treasurer's report because they were past the cutoff date of our statement date of the, I think it's the 10th. So yeah, we had a couple of the checks clear that we had written for the previous, or for the teachers from the last month. Let's see if I can present my screen so we can see where we're at. And there we go. Okay. So obviously our budget for cookie dough has not been met because we're not doing it, but our merchandise sales so far have exceeded budget, which is awesome. But that's really one of the big positives. We are behind on Fred Meyer rewards, but I'm expecting that to go up after Christmas. Normally our Q4 is the biggest one because everybody does their Christmas shopping. And also Amazon. Amazon, I know that in the bank right now we have a pending $25 deposit, so that will definitely increase. And then I'm expecting a lot of it to go for the Amazon Smile for Christmas shopping. So please make sure that you are shopping through smile.amazon.com and that you have North Gresham PTC selected as your beneficiary. It does not take away anything from
If you
you
use it-
at all.
If you're on
Sorry,
the
what was
app,
that?
you can. If you're on the app, you can use Amazon Smile in the app now. So you don't have to be on a computer in the browser for Smile to work.
Yeah, that was a huge thing because it was really annoying to not shop from my phone. But now that it's on there, everybody can do it super easy. We haven't had much in the business contributions yet because I haven't seen the Mod Pizza one or anything from the food carts don't deposited yet. So hopefully that'll go up.
And I don't think with the Gresham food carts, it was more of a family event night. I don't think they talked about they might be able to see if they can donate something, but they weren't sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and I checked the box about 30 minutes ago. We do have a Kruger check
Okay.
for $206.
Oh, awesome.
So we do have a check. I just physically got it and a couple of reimbursement forms that got turned in as well.
Okay. I do have one reimbursement request for Molly Yand for $269.22. Looks like she's pre-purchasing incentive prizes for next year. And then I think she's put bookmarks, a surge protector, stamps to mail out incentive prizes that she's using for this year. And then I had a teacher asking if they could get supplies for their home office, things that they are using at home because they don't have any, because they're not in the classroom. And I made the decision that we would allow it because they're not really at an opportunity to go out and give this money towards the kids.
I agree with that.
In agreement with that would be allowed, that, you know, it's not stuff that they're not buying themselves candy, they're not buying themselves food with this, they're buying, you know, a laptop stand, a desk chair, stuff that makes it easier for them to do their job, which was essentially what that money is used for in the classroom.
Okay, so board, can you do a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you disagree, or you can unmute?
I agree.
So, yeah, I agree too, especially with the fact that a lot of these teachers are trying to, just like parents, we're all trying to figure it out together. And, you know, some of us, you need a table or a chair that you don't usually have, so.
Other than that, things are all pretty basic. Oh, we did have our big merchandise check that was cashed, so that's a we're way over what our expected budget was, but we bought a lot of stock and we just hadn't planned for that. So yeah, we are definitely behind pace, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, we didn't do our big fundraiser that we normally have. And if I can, because I did not get these to Katie yet, sorry, with everything going on. I like to add some things for approval for reimbursement. If everything works out on Katie's end, Mrs. Breyer turned in $154.68. And she did, it was some desk tags for the Kinder bags. She did a Screencastify recording. I'm not sure what that is. She also got some school supplies as well. And then Tracy Early has turned in one, a $40 to be able to use her table as a document camera. And then she also got a dual screen for her laptop. Sounds like it's a screen that she could connect to her laptop so she can have two.
Yeah.
I'll get these to you, Katie, by the end of the week at the latest.
Okay. Those both sound approved to me. I don't
Approved.
have any issues with that, so I will.
Sorry, I keep talking here and then I realize I'm muted. You guys keep muting me.
I guess, does anybody have any questions for me? All right, up next.
Alrighty, well, first, welcome Mrs. Breyer. She got into our Google Meets, so it worked. Yay! Hi, Mrs. Breyer. Hope you can hear us. Oh, she had to use a non-school email to be able to get into the into our meeting. So that's something that we'll need to let the teachers know if they want to come in. They can't use their school email to come in, but I don't know if it will be, I think it just has to be a Gmail, or can it be any email? I don't know. Yeah.
It can be any email. I am logged in with my Hotmail account.
Okay. Well, it says North Gresham PTC secretary, so I thought you were with your secretary email.
Just kidding. I'm on a Gmail account. But it can be any, because before last month I logged in with my Hotmail.
I tried it with Yahoo before and it wouldn't let me do it. So I had to switch to Gmail.
Okay.
So,
Well, we're all
need
learning
to tell
together.
them that they won't be able to use their students' Chromebook to get into the meetings. Like they're gonna have to use their phone or a different computer.
So that's still a little thing that we need to jump over.
A little
So
tricky.
we're trying to figure this out with everybody. But welcome. Okay, so then let's go into review and new business, unless anything else needs to be discussed before we move on. Everyone's muted, so I'm going to go with it. Okay, so just a review, we did have the board elections and it was posted on Facebook. I believe everyone's in the same position as we were last year. Nobody had asked to come in or join the board. So if you have any questions, please email me. Gresham Food Cart, I wasn't able to make it to, but I know some of our parents did. Does anybody have any say about the Gresham Food Cart? I know I saw Adam and the girls there. Is Adam talking to us or? No. Okay.
Hold on. Here. So if I talk to you on the Google Meet, it doesn't come through on the computer so that it doesn't loop on itself. So in YouTube, it doesn't actually hear anything I say. Anyways, Gresham Food Cart. Yes, we went and had a blast over there. I hear myself twice. It was yeah, it was a good selection of food and a great chance to have the girls try a lot of different cuisines. They finally got to have some lumpia, for Filipino, like kind of like an egg roll. Yeah, it was all sorts of wonderful food and great staff over there.
Perfect. Anybody else have any review of that, of the Gresham Food Cart or even Mod Pizza? I had Mod Pizza delivered, so when I got home last Tuesday, my dinner was ready on my table.
We did delivery too, and it was great. I wasn't expecting Grubhub to deliver it, but they did. But like everything came sealed from Mod Pizza, and everything was really tasty. And the leftovers were delicious. I'm glad I got myself my own pizza.
And I know Mrs. Breyer got pizza too from Mod.
I did. It was delicious. Although rumor has it from my kindergarten class that Angela got broccoli on her pizza like me, so I don't know if it's true or
and
not.
it was amazing. I will not do that again.
Oh, I liked it. It led to a whole thing about pizza, Mr. Breyer, and stuff. So, but the pizza was great, and I got it was nice because I got my parents lunch and then got Sam and I dinner. So, hello, Jocelyn. Hello, no teeth. Look at that, so cute.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good fundraiser. I think we should. If you guys do it again, I would participate again, just so I don't have to cook.
Yeah, I liked it. I ordered it and then had it delivered while I was driving home. So worked perfect for us.
Yeah, I did the curb side pickup and it was great too. So.
Right. And anything else before we go to the next topic? Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go into, well, it's kind of the fall virtual book fair, but that's kind of over, and I know we probably don't have numbers yet, but kind of a review of it. What do we like? What we didn't like? What do we want to do different for spring?
Well, right now we're at $136.69 sales so far. So we had some sales, but the rep lady said that I shouldn't worry about numbers until after 8 to 10 days after the sale's over. Then I should start seeing more sales on there. So that's where we're at in that so far.
Is that 8 to 10 business days or 8 to 10 regular days, or did she
I think business days. I'm not sure. She didn't really specify if it was business days or what. She just said, wait, you want to wait 8 to 10 days and then you should start seeing more sales on there.
The other schools that I've talked to in the area that have done book fairs, it was 8 to 10 business days.
Yeah,
okay, so
probably is because of the business sending them out and stuff and shipping stuff out on those days.
okay, so I mean, we would you would have the numbers around beginning of December, so we could talk about it at December's meeting, our final one.
Yeah, like I said in the last meeting, that we should have the numbers. I should have more numbers, probably even final numbers by the December meeting.
Okay. Yeah, and thank you, Amanda, for helping to post on Facebook about it. I was the one at Sunday night at 11:45 p.m. doing finalizing my order. So thank you for all the reminders on Facebook. That was very helpful.
Yeah, I meant to do more, but life.
I did
Yeah,
my
that-
Sunday.
We got it out there pretty good. I think the teachers helped.
Yeah, that was pretty good that she got it out there a lot, and plus the school helped out a lot by putting it out in texts and emails too to everybody,
school
because I know I got them.
I got the text,
Yeah.
and that's what reminded me to do it on Sunday. It was like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, and I just got a text from school that it has to be done now. I am gonna finish that order right now.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a huge thank you to Nina for sure. She really went above and beyond to help us, and all the teachers getting it on Google Classroom. And yeah, I think the word really got out there. I'll be surprised if that number doesn't jump.
Well, we'll see. Hoping.
Yes, I'm one of my to-do things is to send her Mrs. Tom a thank you email for helping us out with the book fair, because it was nice getting it on the Remind app. I think I got it like 3 or 4 times, and yeah, I'm the parent that needs that because I did it at 11:45. It sounds like I wasn't the only one. There was another parent who did on Sunday too.
Yeah, I'm the coordinator and I did it Sunday night, so don't feel bad.
Is there, so we don't know about spring. We don't know if we're going to be open. We don't know if we're going to do an in-person virtual book fair or an online book fair. But it's always a good chance right at the end to go, what do we want to review? What do we want to make sure to do or not do for the spring book fair, especially if it's this virtual? Does anybody have any ideas? I mean, I put down the more reminders with the text and Remind app. Oh, and Facebook. Is there anything else
Right.
anybody else can think of that we want to make sure that we do for spring?
Getting
So-
the flyer lunches was super helpful, because then it wasn't just me trying to remember to do it for the kids. Like, my kids saw it, and so they got excited about it and kept asking. And so it wasn't just, oh, I'll do that when I remember I have time. It was like I had other people wanting it, and so that made it easier for me to order as much as I did.
Some teachers also made, they put a link on their playlist for kiddos to access. And so I think that was great too.
Yeah,
That was-
all the things that everybody did and to help out, and all the emails and on Facebook and on the website and all that stuff did real great. I think that's the same thing that we should try to do next spring if we have to do a virtual.
Well, and we're
It
all
looked like
parents,
it
so we know a lot of times our kids will be excited about something. Like, I'll forget, I'll see that a book fair is coming home and I'll forget, but then my son will say, oh, there's a book I really want, and then that reminds me. So I think the playlist for putting it in the playlist or have an opportunity for kids to browse books helps remind parents.
Well,
I think if we have the book fair virtual one in the spring and it comes up to be in that way, I think I'll get with Amanda more and go over and make a video with her and have it ready way ahead of time, and so we can hand it out to the teachers to show their kids every day. I mean, one day a week or something. That would help out a little bit too. We didn't get to do that this time, but
No.
next time, I think we should.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I even loved, can't remember who I was talking to, but someone said the kids had an assignment to go through the book fair and to write down like one book that they would want. Because I mean, normally the kids we would have that preview day for them to walk around. So I love how the teachers, got involved and, did stuff like that.
Yeah, I came in and my daughter, Sophia, she was at doing her school, and as soon as she got done talking to the teacher at 8:30, I looked over at her computer and she was on Scholastic, and I go, what are you doing there? She goes, the teacher said that we had an assignment to go there, and Already? Cool. I mean, I just told him yesterday. So it got out there pretty fast with him, and hopefully with the other teachers too. And I know he reminded him too the next week, I think it was, yeah.
Mrs. Breyer, is that hard for the teachers to send the kids to do an assignment, like to look through the book fair or anything? I mean, are we asking too much of the teachers to do that, or?
I think for the older kids, it's probably pretty easy. I, as a kindergarten teacher, would probably not assign that as an independent activity. But I mean, we also never just, we always are very careful when we take them shopping when it's in person also. But it's something we could post in the, like, as an announcement or in the playlist for the parents to go with. But I think for older kids, I think it's fine. I mean, it's not hard to do.
Yeah, I didn't see it for my kindergartner or my second grader.
Yeah, I didn't do it in kindergarten because life happened. I remembered the mod pizza. So if you do it in the spring, I will be, and also in the spring, it'll be easier for the kindergartners to get there because they will have had that experience. And hopefully it'll be back in person, but I don't know.
Well, hopefully we'll have that video for the kindergartners to see. You can play for them.
Yes. Well, I also think older kids are a little better too about not, like, for a kindergartner, if they see something, they're like, I want this. And so I'm always very cautious, a little on the cautious side for that, just for parent sanity. But
yeah.
Yeah, and I know Amanda and I were talking at one point, and she was like, "Oh, there's even the author read alouds or something like that." So we can get those links and maybe share them with the younger teachers. So it's not go to the book fair, but maybe have a read aloud so they can at least get, some exposure or something. We can see what we can do.
Right. I meant to get those out. They do have those. It's kind of like the bedtime stories, but it was Mo Willems and I can't remember the other ones, but there were Dave Pilkey, some of the major names actually went through and read either a whole book or explained the series or did a bunch of different things. I meant to get those out, but life really just oops, sorry guys. Now we have something special for the spring. So yeah, I would love to get some of those things out too, and kind of promote it for, if Mrs. Breyer, if you have a story time assignment or something that might work. If not, no skin off my nose, but it is something that is available. And actually it doesn't even have to be during book fair. If that's something that you would want, I can hook you up with that.
Cool. Yeah, no, that would be great. Honestly, it kind of like it was on my my mind kind of list, and then it kind of went away. So my apologies. Sometimes I just count on Angela. I'm like, Angela, was I supposed to tell the class something?
I have stepped in before, like I told your class about lunches.
Yeah, which was perfect. Yeah, I mean, there's such a limited time, like face-to-face, sometimes stuff just slips by. So my apologies.
No worries. We're all learning and growing. We didn't know we could add people to a Google meeting. We found out. We're trying it. So we'll still growing and learning, and we'll get the spring better. Is there anything else that anybody wants to add about book fair, or any questions on YouTube, or do we have anybody else on YouTube that would like to join the Google Meets? No. I think with the merchandise pickup, we had it was come home and I turned on my computer. So
was there supposed to be a new book for second grade going out? Because I saw in the announcement that went out that second graders were supposed to bring back their textbook and something was going to happen.
Originally, that was the case because they didn't realize that we would have another pickup after the holiday. And so originally they wanted to send it home, but they still have 3 or 4 stories in the current book. So they decided to wait because we were thinking, let's wait and see when we're coming back. And if we're not doing the hybrid, right after the holidays, then we'll have another material distribution. So that's why the information was changed partially through. So originally it said yes, and then they decided to wait on the second book.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if I left the line too soon, because when we got home, I realized that there wasn't a new book. But I got the message not to bring in the old one. I just wasn't sure if I had missed getting something else that I was supposed to pick up.
Yeah, nope. Thank you.
Okay, well, kind of going with the material distribution that we just had. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough volunteers for just Tuesday because everything did get changed because there was going to be another day. And I know that's when Amanda had a lot more volunteers, was on Wednesday, not Tuesday. So if we do get another material distribution in the spring, we'll definitely try to see if PTC can be there for selling the t-shirts, because I do have boxes. I have 10 boxes here and about 3 more down in my living room. So
and the reason for the change, right? We were worried that with the governor's tightening up, many things have changed really last minute, and we were afraid that if we did split it up over the 2 days, if we were told that we couldn't do it on Wednesday, then half the school would have had an opportunity to get stuff and not the other. So thanks to all the volunteers and instructional assistants and Nina and Emily out there from 7 this morning until 6 tonight, or 7:30 this morning till 6 tonight. So trying to meet people who needed early morning and late afternoon, but that was why we just wanted kids to have their materials.
Yeah. But I do agree with that, that we did have to switch at the last minute, and unfortunately just PTC wasn't able to work with that, but we'll try that again this spring. Because I know this is being recorded on YouTube. Parents, if you do want any merchandise, any of the we have t-shirts, long sleeve, full hoodie, and then full zip up hoodies. Yep, like Amanda's hoodie that she's wearing. Adam's wearing his t-shirt. I have my sweatshirt on, you just can't see it. Just please email me at northgreshamptc@hotmail.com. Usually these are in my garage. I've just brought them in because I am working on rolling them up so they're better stored. I tried YouTubing it. Don't know if it's perfect or not, but we'll try it. But Angela was looking into some other products and other things that we can try to offer. And I know there were some staff members who were excited to hear when I talked to them that we were going to try to get other items. And a lot of them were saying, yeah, we want masks, we want hats, we want jackets. So Angela, I'll turn it over to you to see what you have found for products and prices.
And I just closed that. Okay. I think so. Zazzle, it looked like the best option because I found a bunch of different like print on demand sites, and a lot of them are you have to you go through a 2-step process. So there's the company that actually prints everything, but then you use like a drop shipping site to get it to your customer, and that seems ridiculous for us. Like, we're not going to be doing thousands and thousands of orders. We don't need to be using a drop shipping site. So it looked like the 2 best are Zazzle and Redbubble. And then with those, they offer a few different things, but on Redbubble, it looks like the prices are a little bit better than Zazzle. But Zazzle has more things to offer. So on Zazzle, it looks like the basic t-shirts would start around $20. But they have the hats, they have masks. And then on Redbubble, I think they had the masks, but they did not have the hats. So it just kind of depends. I know Zazzle does a lot of sales, and I don't know how their sales affect the seller, but we set our price margin. So it just says what the base price is per unit. And then we say, in our shop, if they're buying things with our logo, we want it sold for this price, and we get a nickel, or we bump it up and we get $5 per item. So it just depends. You can set individual items, so you're not getting, you don't just say like 5% across the board. You can put them to different amounts. So if we wanted to say like, it seems like $5 for a sticker is reasonable, then we just put that on there. Or if we want to do, like, if water bottles are $7.50 and we just want to round it up to an even 10, then we can say, okay, we're going to make that $10, which gives us $2.50 every time someone buys one. But then like the hats are $14.11, so we're just going to make them even 15, and we'll get 89 cents of a hat sells.
Yeah, I do agree just with that part of just rounding them up a little bit. Because this was never meant to be a big money maker, but it was meant for a way to get some school merchandise and swag out there. So it sounds like either we have Zazzle, which has more options for us to print, but overall the prices are a little bit higher than Redbubble, but there's less options. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what it is. So the Redbubble site prices are a little more reasonable, but there's fewer options, which is probably why they're able to keep their prices a little bit lower, because they are able to just buy fewer things in bulk. And then Zazzle has far more options, but you also pay a little bit more because of it.
So what's like a comparative, like both places have like a shirt, and I'm like, how big of a price difference are we talking about, or options?
I think when I was looking at shirts on, let me see if I can find what, because I made a document for myself about it. On Redbubble, the shirts were, they were under $15 a shirt as a base price. And then on Zazzle, they were like $17 per shirt as a base price. But I've seen sales for Zazzle, and I haven't really noticed that on Redbubble, but I also haven't followed Redbubble as closely as I have Zazzle. I've had photographer friends in the past use Zazzle because they started as a photo printing company, and now they will also put on other designs and stuff. And Redbubble has been more of an indie, like a small company that helps out artists get their stuff out, and Zazzle's kind of more of a high-end, like, they started with photography and they've kind of expanded to fill that niche that Redbubble is already in.
So it sounds like what we need to do is we first need to pick between Zazzles and Redbubble, and then we can look at which options and prices.
Yeah, because we had talked about not offering shirts since we have those printed anyway locally. So we would just need to look at which items we want to offer with the school logo on it. And so, like with Redbubble, you can choose stickers, there's stationery options, water bottles, just basic things like that we could put on there. And then Zazzle had the hats and everything else as well, but I think hats was the big one that I looked for between the two for who had what.
So Redbubble had no hats, is that right?
Yeah, no hats on Redbubble. But both have child sizes for their offerings. So if we did do t-shirts or sweatshirts, it is available in child sizing. Which I thought was important, because I've ordered from other sites before or looked at other sites, and they have a great shirt that my kid would love because it's Captain America or something, but then they don't offer it in child sizes, so it's kind of useless.
I kind of like the idea of not selling shirts or anything that we've already produced. I would rather sell what we have in our stock rather than having it online.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, especially since we can get shirts to $10 a piece, and you were talking about, well, just under 15 or $17.
Right. And when we do shirts ourselves, we are supporting a local business,
Mm-hmm.
and we do the shirts from a website. It's like the money's not staying here in our community, it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think cost is one of the biggest factors for me when I go shopping, especially for, specialty items, because I don't wear my North Gresham gear out a lot. Like if I'm going to the store or heading out to work or anything like that, I'm not wearing it. But when a school event happens, then I am all geared up. So for something that I'm only going to be wearing at school events, I'm not going to want to spend a bunch of money on it. So my vote would be for the company that has a better price margin.
I kind of agree with that. As just a single mom, cheaper prices, and my kid breaks everything or grows out of stuff so quick. But yeah, but I'm complete opposite. I'm go on my walks and I wear my North Gresham jacket. I've had neighbors comment about it. But when it says when you said less options, I would like, well, I mean, if there's no hats, I don't know how big a hat is to a kid or a parent. Like, what are the other options that Redbubble doesn't have that Zazzle has?
I had just so I could look again and see what is offered just as because they both offer so many different options. And like some things seem really silly. Like let's get North Gresham printed on a pint glass. I don't think I need that. I don't remember who it was because it just didn't seem like it doesn't seem appropriate at my house.
Yeah, we talked about a little bit of being appropriate, because there was one thing that you said you found, and I can't remember what it was, but we decided we didn't want little girls wearing it.
It was the mini skirts.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you like that's an option to print in the clothing. Okay, so they have masks and phone cases. Looks like you can get stuff for babies and kids. So right now on Zazzle, they are offering 40% off. Where did it go? It was phone cases and something else. And right, it's 20% off site wide if you use this code. So Zazzle has a bunch of sales, even though their prices are higher. But then you're relying on a parent being like savvy about watching for sales and seeing when they can get better deals on stuff instead of just choosing a site that everything's kind of always lower priced anyway, so they don't have to wait for a sale. Yeah, it was
Can I
iPhone case.
ask when you say hats, do you mean like beanies or ball caps, or what do you mean?
So when I looked at the hats, Zazzle had both. They called them trucker hats and beanies. They had either option, and I think the beanies are embroidered, but the trucker hats are screen printed. I'm trying to find the hats again in here. T-shirt, accessory, hats. Okay, so they have baseball and trucker hats, graduation cap toppers, visors and sun hats, and then athletic hats. This site didn't have the beanies. That was a different site. So there's an option for getting like graduation caps, but then also trucker hats, baseball caps. So the trucker hats have the mesh in the back, and the baseball caps are just solid all the way around.
Okay.
Some are embroidered and some are screen printed. So like that's another option you have, is if you want it to be screen printed or not. Trucker hats are around $15, and then embroidered baseball caps are 24.
Like you said, they have more options, but their prices are higher.
Right, but right now, because they're offering a code with everything, so if you use the code that's on their website and it shows up underneath the product, all the hats are 20% off. So like you could take $3 off of that. So it brings the hats down to what, 12 and a half bucks.
So I think what we really need to do is decide between Zazzles and Red Babel, and then at next meeting saying, okay, here's the base prices. What do we want our price to be? Or have it just the base price? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think we need what it is we want to offer just to begin with, because there's so many options for both. So like on the Redbubble site, just their main headings are clothing, stickers, masks, phone cases, wall art, home and living, kids and babies, accessories, stationery, gifts. So there's many options to choose from to put the logo on. But you get to limit what it's available on.
So they can't get the shot glasses with North Gresham on them.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure that that's available on both sites. Like you can get it on a mug, but you can't get it like on a glass or something silly.
Okay. Does anybody want to put 2 cents into either Zazzles or Red Babel, or have a preference, or certain items that they would like looked up? Okay, I hear crickets.
Adam's asking if Zazzle allows you to restrict options as well as Redbubble, or if it's just Redbubble.
I think Zazzle would let us restrict it. I guess I didn't get that far on their website. So I'll double check on that and make sure that we'd be able to restrict on Redbubble so that it didn't end up on something weird. Yeah, because like one of the things you can get on Redbubble is like you can put your logo on a wine bottle label. You just get the label. You have to find your own wine bottle to put it on, but you probably don't want to see that show up in your like your design page that's available.
I would prefer not.
Right? So like if they want to buy a sticker and put it wherever they want, fine, but we don't want to have it sold as like an actual wine bottle sticker.
Well, I don't think Mrs. Sewell wants some phone calls from parents wondering why their kids are ordering wine stickers.
Why did I just get a roll of wine bottle stickers?
Okay, so do we want to vote on Zazzles versus Red Babel, or do we want to give it another month to kind of do a little more comparison?
Yeah, I'll do more comparison, I think.
Okay.
And price check like specific items against each other and just kind of build a sheet, and then I can send that out ahead of the meeting so that everyone can see what the differences are. And I will also try to note what questionable items there might be, or whether or not we can just only make it available on certain items.
Is our goal to get this available before the holiday season, or what are we just trying to get merchandise out, or I'm just curious.
I thought we were just trying to have something available since we can't be at school to make it available on a more regular basis.
Oh, I thought it was kind of give parents options for Christmas or holidays. Oh, okay.
So it's both. Got it.
I can do it sooner then. I can get this done and email out a comparison like tomorrow or the next day, and then you can share it.
I wonder if we can post it on Facebook so parents and staff can look at it and, thumbs up for Red Babble or smiley face for Zazzles. And then we can see which ones that they would like to, or am I going? That's
That
not
might be a
possible.
good way to do it. So I can make a spreadsheet of it. We can put that on there, and then they can vote with emojis.
I think as far as staff, I think they would be happy what you guys decided, since it's kind of your swag.
Well, I was talking to a couple of EAs and they wanted to know why they hadn't gotten, why there's not a North Gresham mask available. Because like, we just have to wear these black ones. And I'm like, well, we're working on something. So
Yeah, they would like that. I'm just saying, as far as like companies and that kind of thing, I think you guys go with what works for you best, and then we'll be happy with whatever you guys decide.
Are we just looking at the one logo right now, the North Gresham Stars logo, or is there a second one to add to it?
What about the one that's on the building? The one that is like the Little Dipper?
Are you talking about the Dipper stars?
Yes.
The actual stars? I don't have that. What I have is our logo that's just plain, white, or that's blue and white. I know Adam had done something for our Google or our cookie dough shirts with the cookie and the stars.
Right.
I don't know.
Created that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
cookie dough.
I don't know how easy it is to just create a logo. That's out of my realm. I do clip art, and so I don't know if we want to also offer like the Dipper or the 3 stars.
That's fine. I just wasn't sure if we already had a file with another logo in it that we wanted to include, or if we just had the one logo so far.
And I love the 3 stars one. So, the 3 stars, or the one that you guys have on the shirts too.
Yeah, the one on the shirts is the one that we had professionally made a couple of years ago, and actually paid a designer person to make for us. And I have the actual files for those. They're on what's a JPG file? I don't know what that is.
JPEG.
Okay, JPEG. Yeah, I see Katie laughing at me, but this is me. I have the files. I just don't know how to make them. Was someone asking a question? I thought I heard
Adam's
someone.
thinking he might want to mock up a Little Dipper to put on a mask for the school, since they were saying that they can't do the logo that's on the shirt with the company that does our t-shirts. He could mock up one with the Little Dipper if people would be interested in having that to put on masks, and see if our local company that does our shirts could do a different logo, since they sent us just a really basic one anyway. We could make our own with the Little Dipper and say North Gresham or something like that. If you're interested, he'd have time to do that.
I like the idea of using Night Owl for as much as we can.
Yeah, as much as we can keep local, especially like we had a way to put things on a Square website or something, didn't we? Wasn't that done with the shirt? So if we can get it done by Night Owl and then just list it ourselves, I think that's a better option than using a company that we don't, other than uploading our designs. Like, that's the end of our end. I think more involvement from us and getting community involved in it instead of getting it from some company that prints. I don't even know where they print.
So if Adam can mock up a Little Dipper North Gresham design to go on a mask, should we then put it out maybe on Facebook or maybe email it to the teachers and say, hey, this is the new logo we just came up with. what's the interest in getting these in masks? Or do we want to just try and keep it in-house and not involve staff yet? Well, other than Mrs. Breyer.
My guess is that they would love whatever. I think at this point, wearing masks, it's a little crazy, but it's exciting to get a new mask.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm presenting my page just for those who don't know what we're talking about. Night Owl's the company that we get the merchandise t-shirts from. And their problem was the logo on the mask. So this is kind of what they made. It just says North Gresham Elementary and it has 4 stars. So, I mean, that's kind of what they have. I don't know if Adam can make something pretty small to fit on a mask. That would be great. I would love to have something that, you know, we can at least offer the, you know, families and staff to.
Even the logo that's on our shirts, just done small to one half of the mask, I think would look nicer than.
Yeah.
Than that. That one seems really.
Yeah. Well, if Adam is willing to take on that challenge of making us like he did with the cookie dough.
I mean,
and the
he's already
stars.
actually doing it right now.
If we're going to be doing stickers and stuff, another thing I think that would be fun to see that I know my kids would like is like the phrase that they say, we reach, we rise, we shine. Or I don't remember the order it goes.
Yes, we reach, we rise, we reach.
Okay, I did have it right. But I know my second grader at least would be like super stoked about getting that on a sticker.
So I'm totally volunteering, Adam. Do we want to compare and contrast one with Little Dippers that says the Little Dipper that says North Stars and one that says we reach, we rise, we shine?
And in Spanish too, if you did it, you know how in the mornings they do it in English and Spanish?
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I'm making small items.
He says challenge accepted. He's working on it.
Yay.
Yeah, and then I think you know, if the board likes it, then I think what we can do is post it on Facebook, get a little bit more input on it just before we go. Yeah. I know Night Owl, I mean, we can get masks if we want to order something like 76 masks, we can get them down to like $6.50. I don't know if that's feasible for most families.
Yeah,
We
Heather,
probably
give me
better-
prices on that. Give me prices, because I don't know, when I thought of it, because I was sitting here thinking and I'm like, especially if school is going to be opening back up, you know, every person is going to be required to wear a mask.
Mhm.
And I don't know if we can get the cost down low enough.
For every student?
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
every student, every staff.
So
I feel like
Kids will
700
be
masks.
provided with 3
Yeah.
masks. And so but we have 5 days in a week. And so just so you know, though, that they will be provided with 3, but if the price could be low enough where it could be for every student and staff, that would be awesome. That would give us another day of masks.
Yeah, because isn't your
Yeah.
mask like your underwear? You're supposed to change it every day.
And not share or trade with your friends.
One of the things we talked
Um,
about too is, you know, some kids will probably come with their own masks, and I can see like the younger ones like, oh, I like your mask, let's trade. Like, no,
Yeah.
whatever
My
that
5-year-old that
is
like
yours.
every and
So I know
just
with
like how many
Night
kindergartners
Owl,
will pull it down to pick their nose.
so Katie, you were asking for prices. For Night Owl, for the one I showed you guys, and they have youth and adult, and they even have it where it either is adjustable around the ears or it goes around the head. So kids with glasses or staff with glasses or hearing aids, it's one of the ones that we recommend to bypass. It also has the little, what do they call it? The
metal nose piece.
Yeah, the metal nose piece, so it's a little bit more comfortable. And supposedly that's what helps not fog up the glasses. So for 25 to 50 of them is $8 a piece. For 76 to 125 is $6.75. I think that's just doing the one color on like the blue masks like they had. I don't know if Adam's gonna do multiple colors or a little bit more detail, but once I get it, I could send it to them and I can ask them, because I'm assuming we have like 550 students, 100 staff members, we'd be looking at almost 650. I'm assuming that number would be able to go down. Just like
And
the
then-
t-shirts, if we got over a 200, the price dropped again. Oh. Adam,
That is cute. I like that.
Yes.
I like it. I just don't know if the little dots would show up on a mask though.
They had stars on their mask. Are you talking about the lines in between or?
No, not the stars, not the lines, but yeah, those little things that he's right. I don't know if those would show up or not.
Yeah.
If they're screen printing them on there, they should show up.
Yeah, but it might get muddy being that small. I agree that the little tiny stars should be taken away. Heather, if you could get a price point for what it would be at the 600, 700, and 1,000 piece price, I'd like to know that.
Night Owl for 600, 700, or 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, even if we give one free out to every student and every staff member, parents might still want to buy them after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having them available for sale would be a good idea. Because even if we get to go back in the spring, we're probably still wearing masks and into next year or next school year. So it's going to be a while before. I mean, even with a vaccine and everything, they're saying that you can get vaccinated and you can be healthy, but you still should be wearing a mask until everything is gone. So masks might be a lot longer than social.
Especially with people that who will not do the shots, the vaccine. They're saying there's a possibility a lot of people won't do it.
I don't want y'all breathing on me anymore, so wear your mask.
Good thing we're all in different households except for the two that are married and have been quarantined together for 6 months. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like what Adam had just quickly mocked up. Wow, that's that quick. That's awesome. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and send it to us, and then I can send it to Night Owl to get approval or just find out what the prices would be for the 6 to 1,000 pieces, like you were talking about, Katie. Oh goodness. Okay, was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Merchandise. Angela's going to work on getting some more comparison of specific items, and then also look at, if we can restrict certain options on both of them. And then I know Adam said he's going to work on that logo for like mask and stickers like he is. And then we figured what we could do is with the comparison, we can put on Facebook and let people know. Is there anything else I am missing? Did we want to put the possible mask logo on Facebook or have that as a surprise?
No, because then we'll get way too much input.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should be a surprise. Because if you put one thing on there, you're going to get 87 ideas of how to change it.
Yeah.
And
there's
Heather?
Yes,
It's 7:45.
I know.
Just real quick, Adam, I'm wondering if you could do a mock-up also of the one that says like we reach, we rise, we shine in the English and Spanish.
He's working on that.
Oh. Well, what's taking so long? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Adam.
To it, gosh.
Okay.
He's got to translate it.
All right, well, let's go on to the next topic. I know I talked to the board about this a little bit last week, but we got an email that our MPLC umbrella license, the one that allowed us to show the movie, is expiring on December 31st. We did get the renewal of $234.84, and they would be willing to extend our next due date to March 31st of 2022. But I know there was some discussion, well, if the school's closed, why don't we wait until the school opens? I did not get a chance to email them about that to see if there's a price difference. I'm assuming it's just the price is the price. And I got the official letter too, saying that we need to renew as well. Did anyone change their thoughts on waiting to renew?
I thought we wait to renew.
Anybody second or nay that?
I would wait too, just until we have a better idea of when we're getting back.
Yeah, I think waiting's a good idea.
Okay. Okay. So we do have a teacher on
Email
here.
them to see if they'll give you, like, if they're going to give us 3 months for free or tack on 3 months. I would still email to see if we can have that 3 months added on to when we do renew, if we wait to renew until school reopens. I mean, they'll probably say no, but they might say yes. And it's just an email.
Yeah. To renew with additional 90 days. Okay. I put my notes for me to do it. So I know we have a teacher here, so we have to be a little hush hush. But Mrs. Sewell is, instead of doing our conference dinners, we were working on a thank you gift for the teachers. I've gotten bags and the candy and some popcorn. I know Angela has worked on getting the other part. Is there anything else? And we need to work on getting those to Mrs. Sewell probably the end of this week. Is that right?
I'm going to give my stuff out on Friday. So from what we talked about earlier, it should be done on Friday, and ready to go on Friday. So if we could shoot for having it by Friday morning, that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, so where should I try to get mine by, like, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening?
Yes. I'll be putting my part together and I won't be able to close it up until we have that part.
So do you want mine, do you want me just to bring it by, like, tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, or I can stop by your house after work. I don't get home till about 5:30. I don't know what your schedule is.
We're home all day. The only thing I have going on tomorrow night is I was going to go to the town hall meeting for the discussion on returning to school for the district.
Oh yeah.
And that's at 6:30, I think. So that's, other than that, like, we just have the kids' 8:30 meeting, and then the day is playing catch up for the week that we've missed so far.
And Heather, when you're going to come by, if you just let me know, myself or Miss Thomas can meet you in the morning or in the afternoon.
Yeah, it'll probably be first thing because I don't think you guys want to meet me after 5:30 p.m. because I know you guys, end your day before that. I don't know if I'll be able to get it Thursday morning, but by Friday morning at the latest. If you want
Okay.
it Thursday, we could meet in the evening. I don't know if you're in the Gresham area or Mrs. Tom Tom is.
She is, and so either one would probably work.
Okay. Okay. Anything we need to discuss before we go to next topic? Okay. So just so we have it in the notes or in the meeting minutes that I've talked to First Student due to the upcoming restrictions. They are not right now comfortable with helping us out with doing like a book drive, mainly because they don't want to be liable for passing things from one family to another. They don't want to accidentally be losing books or misplacing them, or a family have COVID and give a book away and then it, ends up being a source for another family. So we've kind of are tabling the family community support ideas right now because it seems like we were kind of hoping that the buses can help us out with that, but they aren't quite available. So if anybody has any ideas, please reach out to me. We are still open to getting to more community support ideas of way to help out family that is not already being done. I know that the schools and the district is helping out with food fast or boxes, and there's some clothing closets out there. So if anybody can think of anything, please let me know. Reminder, we have now moved to the third Tuesday, like today. So our next meeting will be on December 15th. Then we have January 19th, February 16th, March 16th, April 20th, and May 18th. It's on there just so we can all remember the dates because I know they come up fast and quick for me. Like my 11:30 at night, send out the email reminder for today. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is do we have any other questions, concerns, anything in the chat box, YouTube, anything else we need to cover, or any ideas before we close? Has anything come up that anyone knows about?
I don't have anything.
I know, Adam, you had put a picture up and it looked like it was like the masks with the logo on it. I kind of talked through it. I don't know if anyone saw it or not. Okay. And yeah, Katie talked about how there's only half of the mask. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Like having one side that says in English and then one side in Spanish.
Or one in English and one in Spanish. You can order whichever language you want.
Can you do it? It might be cute if you had it right underneath. So like we reach, alcanzamos, we rise, we shine, like right underneath.
Yeah, or if you stack them the other way.
Are we still on YouTube? So it's being recorded? I didn't boot you out, I promise. Well, no, you guys need to see this. It needs to be on my full screen. So this was Night Owl's mock-up right here. Is that what you were talking about, Katie?
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a reason that it stops at like the right in the middle mark.
It might be the way they print it too.
A bit more expensive, but oh yeah, these are the 3-ply contour masks. She doesn't state in her email, which you guys can probably see. There's nothing in there about why they stopped it halfway. I think that's why if we get a mock-up, I can send it to her. Here's kind of the specs of it, and they have adult and child. Here's the child one, just because I know we all have kids.
So in here it says 5 masks per pack.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's just how they purchase them.
Oh, got it.
yeah. So that's probably when they purchase some, because 100
then
packs equal a case.
500 units per case. Okay, yeah.
Not a toy. Not intended for children under the age of 4.
Adult supervision only.
I wonder if they only print on the one side because of the metal nose piece.
Whoa.
Well, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that one.
So when
What
you
are-
ask for the price points, you need to ask her if there's design restrictions.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll wait until Adam has the mock-up, if he could email it to me, and then what I can do is I can forward that to Shelley and say, hey, is this a possibility? Here's a design we would like to have, and what would the prices be for 600, 700, 1,000 pieces?
Yeah.
You can watch her go, woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like in both of them, we can either do it like just the plain black color, or there is a heather royal color. If we want to go with colors.
As long as we don't go with their heather gray, I think we'll be fine.
Yes, we don't do any more of the
I want a
grays.
pink mask.
Well, I can see if I can special order one pink mask for you. I mean, or we can do assortment of 100 each, but I just hate for kids to go, but I want that color.
Yeah, no, one color.
No.
That is all.
No,
Because that will
multicolors
cause
unless
trading.
it's an adult ordering it themselves.
Agreed. So there's my kids are going to come on with different colors and it's always going to be a fight.
Yeah. But I like how these cover, they kind of go back up to the ear, looks like. I've seen a lot of masks where it's like they barely cover the mouth.
I guess before we order a bunch for kids, is there any way we could like get a couple to test out on kids? Because I know I've been buying the Target ones for my boys, but like their faces are still kind of too small for the child size mask. And we found that they fit best when they wear them upside down and they have like the little metal piece for the nose under their chin.
Yeah, this says on the kids, it's adjustable ear loops. So I just don't know how big the face part is.
Especially because that kid in the picture looks a little bit older. He looks like 5th grader to me, if not
Yeah,
middle
he's
school.
not a kindergartner and they have
No.
tiny little faces still.
Okay, some kids samples, print up.
And probably even one is good enough, because then, I mean, like, we could pass it around our houses and wash it in between, and that would give us an idea of how well it's going to hold up to being washed.
True. For people like me who just throw everything in on normal and hot water.
And I put everything in normal on cold. So, I mean, yeah, just to see how it's going to hold up through the wash. And then would wash it in between kids so that we're not spreading our own germs around.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'll just wait for Adam to kind of send up the couple of mocks out to us. We can say yay or nay. And then as soon as I get all yays and stuff, we can send them to, I can send them to Night Owl and see what the prices are, see if we can get, a couple of them done. Oh, look, he has another one.
How big are the other non-native English speaker populations at North Gresham? Like, is there another population that's also very large that would be like that would feel left out if we did English and Spanish but not theirs?
Russian, I think, is the next most common one that we have in schools.
I just wonder how common they are, because if you have half your population is Spanish, but then still like 35% is Russian or something, I don't know if we need to be aware of other languages available or used at the school.
I think Spanish is probably the biggest second language, and it would work well with our dual language immersion program that we just started this year as it kind of moves up. So, I mean, there should be, in theory, a class of like bilingual by the time they get through 5th grade, but that just started this year. So, I mean, it would make sense to have Spanish. I don't know. Maybe Shonda knows, but I don't think there's a huge Russian population. There's a chunk, but not as many as there are Spanish speakers, I believe.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're not setting ourselves up for people to be grumpy because they feel like they were left out.
Yeah, I feel like we do have a Russian liaison person for our school.
We do. It's Luba.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so I do feel like we do have some.
But she's not just for our school. She's across. I'm just saying it's, yeah.
Like, it's a chunk in the district. It's not necessarily at our school.
We probably have probably have at least a little good chunk in our school. I just don't think it's as big as the Spanish population.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like, for instance, this year I have, I think, 3 Russian speakers in my kinder out of 23. So, as a sample size.
It's definitely the next largest group coming through.
Okay, so for the masks, are we wanting English, Spanish, and Russian? Because I'm just thinking of the small little kids. Granted, I don't have a kindergartner, but all of that in a mask, I don't know if I'd be able to read.
I was thinking Spanish and English, especially with us having the dual language in Spanish. And we are consistently using Spanish and English across the district. So that's what I was thinking with both Spanish and English. I agree that I don't know because the population size gets small enough, then I feel like we need to include all languages. But I think with dual language, it would be a great addition.
Okay, I just want to make sure that there wasn't a third group that was big enough to be that needs to be acknowledged with Spanish.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great question, Angela. I appreciate it.
So are we wanting to do 2 masks with the Little Dipper and North Gresham, or are we wanting to do I'm sorry, how do I ask this question? We've
I
talked
think it's
about
up to
2
you.
different styles. Are we wanting to do both, or are we wanting to pick between the both?
I think it's up to you on what you want to do. I just
I
think if
wonder
we
if
do the
we
one
should-
with words on it, it should be Spanish and English.
I was gonna say, I wonder if we should do one, if we're gonna do it and hand it out, give one out to everybody, and then offer the second one as something that you could buy in addition.
I agree with that. I just, if we're having options that we're giving out to everybody, because that's what we're looking at, I could definitely see, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have 2 kids in my house, but what if, you know, big sister or big brother come home with a different mask than you? I don't, you know, at least if they're all the same, at least everybody gets the same.
Yeah, I would probably, if you're doing the whole school, I'd probably keep it as simple as possible. Just,
One.
yeah. This coming from a kindergarten teacher, like, just give them all the same thing. Otherwise, there's tears.
Yeah, one color with the same logo across the board for all the ones that are just given out. And then if they're buying more, there can be options for the ones that they purchase.
If
So
we go that way, if I'm honest, and you can disagree, my preference would be that we do the Spanish and English for everybody, and then let people order or buy the North Star one. I don't know if somebody feels differently.
No, you're not having.
I like that.
So maybe the North Gresham with the dipper on it, that we could do on the Redbubble site. So that way, if somebody wants to buy it, they can, and we're not prepaying for a whole bunch of masks that we're not going to be handing out.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm sorry, I just had my kid trying to get a bag of candy into his room. What was that last question or statement? I didn't hear it.
So doing the bilingual one that we hand out to everybody, but then the other designs that Adam's created, selling that online through the Redbubble site, so that way we're not buying a whole bunch of masks that we might end up not selling.
Okay. I just want to give Adam a direction. I don't want him to have to be working on 2 different designs when, you know.
He's already made 7 of them, so it's not.
Yes, but I would rather have him focus on 1 and then focus on number 2, then focus on number 3, then focus on number 4. Because he focuses on 8 and we're not doing that one. He might wring my little neck if I have to say, hey, where's this? Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. Anything else we need to discuss, we need to do or go over, because we are at 8:12. We might actually get done early tonight, but I won't say that. Everyone's shaking their head as soon as I say that.
We're all
Okay.
saying no, we don't have anything to add.
I know, but I just saw Adam typing, so I just wanted to make sure there was no other chats and YouTube. The
Nothing.
Google Meets, we haven't really. Okay, so 8:12 p.m. During this meeting, unless anyone has any say so.
Thank you, guys.
We're done. Thank you, Shonda.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mrs. Breyer.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.